It is said that the things of God are foolishness to those that don't believe. And that can generally be used by anyone of any religion, belief system. For when they are speaking to one who does not believe or who cannot come to believe, it is generally deemed as foolishness. Christians speaking to a Muslim, Muslim speaking to a Hindu, etc., Hindu speaking to a Scientologist, etc., etc., etc. The question is the discernment and truth of those things which are truly of God. The many offerings that are put out there by many people, many faiths, as being of God and from God and for God, they are quite varying. And so then the question is, well, at all those, which are the true things of God? Well, for the one true thing of God, which is God itself, God himself, herself, however you want to deem it, is truth. And it's interesting that it takes truth to discern between all these things that are said to be God. It is held by people of religion that those things which are of God are foolishness to those who don't believe. But B period, U period, T period, being in uncompromising truth, the question is it foolishness on the one who is receiving, or is it foolishness on the one that is giving? For in truth, are those things that are being presented as being of God actually of God? Well, one has to fall back to truth. You cannot escape truth. One must fall back and discern those things that they offer, that they present and put forth to anyone. They must be discerned through truth. They must be proven. They must be verified, validated, and vouched for by truth. Thus, they must be done so by God. And it's really interesting that if one is able to successfully speak in the tongue of truth, and what I mean by that is that you constantly stay within truth, that you never leave the scope of truth, the circle of truth. And there are those who will say it becomes circular logic, but I would say it just shows its infinite and unbreaking way, its unfailing nature. If you constantly approach everything in truth, if you constantly discern, if you constantly break down everything in truth, and you keep everything in truth, uncompromising truth, and you speak the tongue of God, you speak the language of truth, it becomes quite confusing to quite a many people.